From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Wednesday, December the 14th, 2016. At least one person was injured this morning in a terror attack in Jerusalem. The incident took place near the Damascus Gate entrance to the Old City, where a Palestinian man, said to be 21 years old, approached a group of Israeli police officers, took out a screwdriver, and proceeded to stab at least one of them. One officer was lightly wounded in the head. There are reports that a second officer was also lightly injured in the upper torso, and unconfirmed reports that a 12-year-old boy was hurt in the incident as well. The officers were able to shoot at the terrorist, critically wounding him. The terrorist was given medical attention at the scene and taken to Hadassah Hospital in Jerusalem, but he died of his injuries. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu arrived today in Kazakhstan, the first sitting Israeli Prime Minister to visit the country. Netanyahu met with President of the Central Asian country, Nursultan Nazarbayev, and praised Kazakhstan for being the, quote, first Muslim country to embrace Israel.
My hope is, and I say this to all our friends, that the great partnership that we are building here will also be reflected in international forums like the UN. That's beginning to happen. The ship doesn't move overnight, we understand that. It's a big ship, but it's going to change. It's changing already.
The Kazakh president asked Netanyahu during their meeting today if he has a message for Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, who is planning to visit Kazakhstan next week. Netanyahu replied, "Ask him why Iran continues to threaten us with annihilation." He said to convey to Rouhani, "Don't you understand? We're not a rabbit, we're a tiger." Two Iranian citizens accused of planning an attack against the Israeli embassy in Kenya were expelled from the country. We reported to you a few weeks ago that Saeed Nasrallah Ibrahimi and Abdel Hussein Gola Safafe were arrested in Nairobi while driving a car with a diplomatic license plate near the Israeli embassy, and they were found to have video of the embassy building. They were accused in a Kenyan court of gathering information in order to plan and carry out a terror attack. Iranian authorities claimed that the entire incident was a misunderstanding, and after an agreement reached by the Iranian embassy in Kenya and prosecutors, the terror charges were dropped and the two men deported. There are reports that the International Peace Summit set to take place in Paris later this month has been postponed. The Times of Israel reports, citing the official radio station of the Palestinian Authority, the Voice of Palestine, remarks made to them by Palestinian ambassador to France, Salman Harfi. Harfi reportedly said the postponement was due to France saying it had not completed all preparations for the summit, and that some other parties also requested more time so they could take part. Harfi said the conference will now take place at the beginning of January. As we have been reporting to you, Israel has said it will not participate in the conference, reiterating that peace can only be achieved through direct talks between Israel and the Palestinians and not through such international forums. Members of late former Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, and President of Israel, Shimon Peres' family, are set to light candles on a family menorah at President Barack Obama's Hanukkah celebration at the White House tonight. Peres' son Chemi and granddaughter Mika Almog will light the candles on the cherished heirloom. The Peres family released a statement saying that the menorah survived the Holocaust and was carried from Poland to France and finally to Israel by the family of the 9th President Peres' son-in-law, Professor Rafi Walden, adding that Peres lit the Hanukkah candles every year and made sure that this special menorah held a place of honor in the Walden-Peres family. Tonight's Hanukkah gathering is taking place 10 days ahead of the holiday due to its proximity to Christmas this year. The annual celebration will be the Obama family's last in the White House. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Wednesday, December the 14th. At 7 o'clock, it's from the Aleph Bet. At 7:30, remarks from senior contributing editor at the Jerusalem Post, Carolyn Glick, from this year's Jerusalem Post conference. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Jewish Republican Ken Abramowitz, who shares his perspective on the recent presidential elections on L'chaim. And at 10, Yeshiva University professor Jeffrey Guruk talks about his new book on the Jews of Harlem. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's Thinking Out Loud with Micah Halpern. And that's the JBS News Update for Wednesday, December the 14th, 2016. I'm Teisha Bader.